Listen online at WCTCAM.com. Jersey moves fast. Join the show that keeps you one step ahead. Jersey Central with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
Oh, we have so much to fit in this 8 o'clock hour of Jersey Central, but we will get everything in, I promise you. We've got to get our need-to-know things in. We'll do those. We got to get our contest in. We're listening for the voice of Sparky Lyle for the Somerset Patriots baseball tickets. We'll get that in as well. Your calls, of course, would love to get those. And also coming up, a story about an alleged incident involving the mayor of Jersey City and a police officer from another town. I want to talk about that coming up in just a little bit as well. Well, summertime is here, and of course you want the kids and the family to be able to enjoy some things and have some fun. But at the same time, make sure that everyone is safe throughout the entire summer season. My guest, who is standing by on the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline, it's great to welcome him back here. We're going to be talking about some things that maybe every parent should sort of be on the out for when they take their kids out, particularly when it comes to recreational and some facilities there where there are some physical things going on. He's Tim Murphy, the Chief Executive Officer of Rebounderz Family Entertainment Centers, and you probably went to the one in Edison if you listen to this program. So, Tim, welcome back to WCTC. How you doing this morning?
Doing great, Bert. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And I'm sure when you first had the concept for Rebounderz there, it was probably, you know what, everything that we're doing here is well and good, but if we cannot make safety a priority, then all this is for nothing. Safety was really the foundation of what you started Rebounderz on, right?
Well, that's correct. Yeah, Rebounderz was founded on safety by our founder who fought five-time world champion kickboxing karate, opened up some karate schools and said, I can do something safer with these parks. And hence, that's been the premise ever since in how we design, patent our products, and create what we have, and just trying to create an overall great experience for all of our guests.
Yeah, it seems like at a place like Rebounderz, and whether it's the staff there, parents, and everybody's kind of involved in making this as safe as an event as possible. And nothing troubles me more, Tim, when I hear about some sort of accident where maybe a young person was injured or worse, whether it was a pool, somewhere else where they were involved in something physical where something like this happens. But again, making safety the priority, whether it's the management, the staff, the parents, everybody's involved. When things work out well and the safety is there, everybody has an enjoyable time, right?
Fantastic time, yeah. And then that's how you know the difference is when everything's being addressed. It always starts at the top from management, goes to the employees, how safety standards are handled, what equipment's being used. If all those things are operating efficiently, you're going to be successful.
Yeah, and I think safety is really a culture, Tim. It really is. And when you have a culture of safety, everything just really works out so much better. So what are some things that maybe some families should be on the lookout for if they're going to take the family out and take the kids out this summer to do some sort of physical activities? What are some things they should look for at these facilities?
It always starts with management. If you can tell the difference when you walk into a store if the store is properly managed. So really looking at, does it start at the top? Are there deferred maintenance items there? Things are not operating correctly. That means there might be some other challenges with management and ownership in terms of cash flow in a facility that they're not taking care of the equipment. So it really starts at the top. Is management properly watching what's going on? Do they have a handle on everything? Is there a differentiation between employees and guests? Meaning, is there proper uniforms? You can tell and distinguish who the person is to go to should there be a mishap. Then can you tell if the teams is managed correctly? Are they trained properly? Are they maintaining the equipment? Are they engaged with the guests? Are they having a good time themselves? If they're having a good time themselves and they're paying attention to what's going on, you're probably going to have a really good time. And I think it really comes down to, is equipment maintained?
Yeah.
You can tell when things are not operating correctly or it's down or something just doesn't look right, or even if you just walked in the bathrooms, are the bathrooms clean or not? And that's going to give you a good indication if they have a cafe there, whether the cafe is being taken care of. And, and are they following actual safety standards? Do they have, a plan? Can you tell that the plan's there? Can you tell there's a first aid kit nearby? Can you tell if they have maybe a defibrillator nearby if someone does get hurt? So if all those things are taken care of, and in our parks with Rebounderz, you can also tell when you come to the door that we monitor and follow ASTM standards, which is basically an industry standard that's followed, as well as we follow IATP, which is International Association of Trampoline Parks, We have that on all of our doors. When you come in, you know that we're following the standards based off of it. If you happen to go to another trampoline park and doesn't have an IATP or an ASTM, it doesn't mean that they're not following the standards, but it also means that they're not cognitively involved with what's going on and the safety standards that the industry asks for.
Gotcha. Tim, for me, John Q. Public, do I have any right or do I have any leverage to go to a facility of any type and be able to ask questions about, well, how many injuries have happened here? How many times have you have to call an ambulance for something? Can the public walk in and ask about the sort of safety history or safety culture of a particular organization?
The answer is yes and no, and the yes part is, of course, you should have every right to go in and ask for these questions. Where are these things? How do you handle these things? How often do you train? In our case, we train, every month. We retrain everyone every month. Not every facility does that. So you can ask those questions, but of course, if there's been some sort of claim in the past, there may be some liability issues that they're not permitted to talk about. But the bottom line is they can talk about, hey, yeah, we occasionally have an injury, but we try to take care of those, and here's how it does. Everybody can get injured. They do sign a waiver when they come in, but bottom line is, the waiver is there to make you aware that there's opportunities you could get hurt, because if you fall differently on your and don't follow the procedure, of course you can get hurt, but you're also taking the liability on your own side. So the answer to the question is yes, you can ask, and then also understand that there may be some opportunities where they can't say something. In our case, all that needs to come back through corporate and all of our facilities. That's our official response up in the stores. They need to talk to us.
Gotcha. Understood. Tim, I'm sure you're well aware of these iFly, these indoor skydiving places. They just opened one in Paramus not long ago, and I had the chance to give it a try before it opened up to the public. And I have to say, I was really impressed, not only with the level of safety, and the staff there was on board. They walked me through everything. They treated me like I had absolutely no idea what I was doing because I didn't know. Safety was such a priority. I had a helmet, I had a suit, I had nice equipment. They worked with me. They made sure that I was comfortable with everything. They didn't force me to do anything that I didn't want to do. And these people were so good at doing they're flying through this cylinder and having a great time. They were very, very advanced people. But safety was such a priority. I mean, I was there. There were families. There were little kids. There were people older than me. And with safety being the priority, much like it is at your locations, everybody just had a great time. And it was great to see that safety became, the first and foremost thing in everybody's mind. I got a little refresher. I got a little training before I went in and did the jump there over the big fan. And just to make it as safe as possible for everybody was really refreshing to see. And I'm sure safety is second to nothing at your locations also.
Absolutely, yeah. So when you're coming in, along with iFly, I think iFly is a great organization, and I think they're doing. I think you can always tell the good organizations are growing. So they are one of the growing ones that are in the industry. In our place, you're going to come in after signing the waiver. You're going to go to each of those locations. There's a safety video at each place. There's a referee. There is an employee at every single one of these apparatuses. They're going to watch you. They're going to talk to you. They're going to make sure you understood what you saw in the video. You're going to come in there. You're going to have a good time, just the same as you just had at iFly. So, yeah, that's one of the key issues is why we do that retraining every month. We make sure that everyone understands. Obviously, you've got when you get new employees in, of course you're going to train them, but you continue to train. That's the kind of the key, and that's where you can see the differentiation when you go out and see other family entertainment centers. Are they doing it? Usually that are mom and pops, the little local ones, probably don't do it as much as a chain's going to do. So those things got to take into consideration.
You had mentioned about an ongoing commitment to safety, and I think that's what it comes down to. Tim Murphy, CEO of Rebounderz Family Entertainment Centers. Where can someone go to get some more information on Rebounderz?
Well, you can go to www.rebounderz, REBOUNDERZ, not an S.com, and you can see all about us and see all of our locations, or if you're interested in franchising, we're open to that too.
All right, good stuff. Tim Murphy, always great to speak with you, and here's to a real safe and real fun summer for everybody. So thanks for the time this morning.
Thanks, Bert. I really appreciate that.
My pleasure. Thank you. All right, Jersey Central traffic.